First, the top news headlines. NIA files charge sheet against 2 separatist leaders from Manipur. $47,262 new cases take India's COVID-19 tally past 11.7 million. And Myanmar's junta frees hundreds of prisoners, silent strike in Yangon. Good afternoon and welcome to Times of Manipur Television News today at 1 p.m. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. This is Loving RIMAI giving you the latest news update. The National Investigation Agency yesterday filed a charge sheet against 2 separatist leaders from Manipur who had in 2019 announced the launch of the Manipur government in exile and declared the state's independence from India, officials said. Media reports say that besides Yambem Biren and Naringbom Samajit Singh, the agency filed a charge sheet against their associates Naringbom Biswajit Singh, Ilangbam Brojendra Singh and Akoijam Deepa Anand. In 2019, at a press conference in London, Biren claiming to be the Chief Minister of Manipur State Council and Naringbom Samajit Singh claiming to be the Minister of External Affairs and Defence of Manipur State Council had said that they were speaking on behalf of the Maharaja of Manipur to formally launch the government in exile, the Manipur State Council. The officials say that the 5 persons have been charged under the Indian Penal Code and Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The charge sheet was filed before a special NIA court in Imphal in Manipur on Tuesday. India recorded 47,262 new cases of the coronavirus disease in the last 24 hours, according to Union Health Ministry update this morning. This took the nationwide tally to 1,17,34,058, the data showed. According to reports, the country also recorded 275 related fatalities in its highest one-day toll this year. The fatality count pushed the death toll up to 1,60,441, the ministry data showed. Maharashtra, Punjab, Karnataka, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh and Tamil Nadu, which have reported a surge in the number of COVID-19 cases, are major contributors in the nationwide tally, the Health Ministry has said. These states together account for 80.90% of the new cases, according to the ministry. India's total active caseload is rising after touching its lowest mark in mid-February. However, it stood at 23,080 this morning. The government, meanwhile, announced on Tuesday that everyone above the age of 45 years can get themselves vaccinated from April 1, heeding to the view of the experts who say that vaccination coverage has to be increased in the wake of the resurgence in the disease's numbers. Manipur registered 10 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, bringing the total tally to 29,352. The new cases were reported from Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kokching, Senapati and Ukhrul districts. However, there were no reports of deaths. According to the State COVID-19 Command Control Room, the recovery rate of the state currently stands at 98.57%. Myanmar's junta freed hundreds of demonstrators arrested during its brutal crackdown on protests today, while many businesses in Yangon remain shut and streets were deserted after anti-coup activists called for a silent strike. According to Reuters, several buses full of prisoners drove out of Yangon's insane jail in the morning, said the witnesses, who included lawyers for some inmates. There was no immediate reward from authorities on how many prisoners were freed. A spokesman for the military did not answer calls. The Assistance Association for Political Prisoners AAPP activist group says that at least 2,000 people have been arrested in the military crackdown on the protests against the February 1 coup. Many businesses were closed in Yangon and few vehicles were seen on the road in the country's biggest city, witnesses said after a call by pro-democracy activists for a silent strike, added the report. The strike comes a day after staff at a funeral service in Mandalay told Reuters that a 7-year-old girl had died of bullet wounds in the city, the youngest of about 275 people killed in the bloody crackdown, according to the AAPP. A team of Imphal West Police Commando arrested an active member of KYKL yesterday. A police report identified him as Atokpam Ajit alias Basanjit Singh, aged 52 years, of late A. Acho Singh of Uchiwa Awang Lekai. Later, based on a disclosure by Ajit, the police arrested his 2 associates, namely Puyam Dinesh alias Pinku Singh, aged 42 years, son of late P. Apabi Singh of Lilong Chajing Awang Lekai, and KYKL Ibotomba Singh, aged 54 years, son of KH Angau Singh of Ningom Thongjao. Upon interrogation, the police learned that they were working under the command of self-styled finance in charge, Imphal West, Lala, and extorted huge amount of money from general public, employees, etc. The police team also recovered 5 mobile phones, Rs 1,50,000, 2 wallets containing Rs 700, 2 Aadhaar cards, 3 voter ID cards, 1 PAN card, and 1 driving license from them. The arrested, along with the seized items, were handed over to Mayang Imphal Police Station for further necessary legal action, a police report said. Let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Hidak oina amadi thau oina animak sizinaba yaraba sangbrai thau phongbiragani. Sangbrai pambidagi sungba organic oiraba amadi side effect leitraba thau asina hiram kayada kanaba piri. Nungsang, laikoi, haksang chikpa, laihau, apomba, puri, samkenba, tonsil na chingba kaya layingbada kanaba piri. Thau si thakpadi yade. Akupa moral gidama contact taubiyu sangbrai thau kyam gai maning laikai. Contact number 9366949811. Guardians Defense Academy. Admission open for 10 days SSB course from 4th April 2021. We provide personalized coaching to its candidate, special classes by visiting officers for motivation, professional guidance and teaching, everyday feedback to prepare well, boarding and lodging facilities available. For more details, please contact Guardians Defense Academy near Nursing Thakur Mandir, Naurim Lekai Kagwa Makha, Imphal West. Contact number 9863 388 639.
Haima, kinom haige tawbane kawe. Lakliba March tarik 19 yausang hawba numita Yaisna Bakery gi ani suba outlet Samurauda hangdok charani. Grand opening sida mayam punamak su soryabiu. Yaushanga mari lenana mayam punamak su wish pizeri happy yaushang. Our test, your health.
In studies, in sports, in science, in arts, in competitions, in caring for the environment, in life, nothing but excellence for a holistic learning with a difference. Shishu Nishthaniketan, nothing but excellence.
Welcome back. Manipur Water Resources and Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Letpao Haokip inaugurated a trauma center at the District Hospital Chandel yesterday. On the occasion, Minister Letpao Haokip urged all government employees not to get fussy about place of posting in the hills. He also talked about tough against practice of bribery and corruption. The minister also informed that the government was working its best to meet the requirement of staff at the District Hospital Chandel in April next.
Transfer posting the one number 2 C and a whole low there, place to Manipur the Kansakan. Hangasi say uniform that Sinkalambi the Channel. Siakavanateva. Human zero in the scene of a sister talks here. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯦꯟꯁꯔꯅꯦꯁꯤ ꯗꯤꯃꯥꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯪꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯖꯗꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯣꯛꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯈꯪꯗꯦꯕ.
Ahead of the upcoming Holi festival, Imphal East District Police, Manipur Fire Service and members of Sri Govindaji Temple Board today carried out a cleanliness program in and around Govindaji Temple Mandap, Imphal. It was a part of an initiative taken up by Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren to maintain cleanliness at Sri Govindaji Temple and its surroundings. Imphal East Superintendent of Police Jogesh Chandra Haubijam said that the Sri Govindaji Temple is one of the most important places in the state and that the cleanliness program was organized under the directive of Chief Minister N. Biren. He also informed that the organizers are planning to conduct a similar program on the first day of every month at Sri Govindaji Temple complex in future.
unjalaga khoina sigi amora kaimya temple si complex leiba punamak loina mo adu mantop si yamna luna nana taruna thamna ba khoi adugi social service hosi yam kanna khoi chathari amasung masi khoi monthly tauna ba instruction chu honorable cm na piram badagi asi khoi lakari bo holy festival masi mari leina khoi tabase khoi yam taru thamna bo temple bo se Govindaji complex se thamna ba khujra jabani
president gi phampu be ba honorable cm gi mieng makhada koi Govinda temple manung ase nalhan ba amadi luna nana thamna bi damta koi gi Imphal East ki sp da luchingba team amadi fire brigade ki team sing punna koi punjan naraga kasi social service se Sri Govinda gi temple sa pangthok jaba.
The 5-day cleanliness drive on Soy Maril organized by Brightway Club of KYKL Lamdong Lekai concluded today. The cleanliness drive on the 1-kilometer-long stream began on March 20. Brightway Club President Haisnam Kipgen said that the cleanliness drive was organized to clean all drains leading to Soy Maril before the onset of monsoon. Kipgen added that Soy Maril is important for Kaishamthong, Sagolband and Patsoy constituencies. Kangabok Higher Secondary School, Kangabok of Tobal District today celebrated its 66th Foundation Day at the school hall. As a part of the event, floral tributes were offered to the photos of departed founder members of the school. Speaking on the occasion, Kangabok Zila Parishad member K.H. Rajmohan Singh stressed on the importance of giving proper education to children for a better tomorrow.
Nasi public na koi se no mana ka no di soi dina samaj ki automatic sa mi mo ko ka so mi mai ana mi yo ni we no soi bi we sui ai na to kana ki na to lai na koi la koi na mana la ba na one competition yo la ba na koi na challenge to la ba na koi na mi ke sui roi ni na koi hono lai to ni ka na to manan na no ama di kana da ko na to ma ye du da ko ni sanna yam kana competition mo lo na di.
We'll be back with more updates after a short break. Stay tuned.
Marks Time Classes. Chahi Khudingi Topper Puthokliba Marks Time Classes ke CBSE, BOSEM Amadi Council ke Class 9 ki 12 Fawbagi Foundation Course ke admission hojare. Batch amada Mahiroi Kundagi Hana Logjaroi. April amadagi class hojjaragani. Akupamorol gidama contact tawbirau Marks Time Classes. Wankhai Mehu Phamlampak. Contact number 9436 288 300.
Teachers are really helpful and are out here to help you in the best way they can. They're not egoistic and are really helpful.
For exam preparation, I recommend Marks Time is one of the best coaching centers.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, developing tomorrow presents Panthoibi Green Homes, a destination of luxury living, equipped with modern amenities. Launching on 12th of April 2021. Pre-register starts from 1st of March to get special discount. Panthoibi Green Homes. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, Uripok Taurang Bamlaikai, Imphal.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited na miyang gidamak G+2 dagi G+6 ta upgrade tawkraba residential project amakak launch tawzan. Upon Basembam ki 10% amok down payment pibiraga lemoriba 90% aduna chahida 6.99% ki changda thagi installment basis ta thibirak payagan. ngasi maleng simbiro Panthoibi Construction Private Limited assist company or Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited Torombam lekai.
Welcome back after the break. Assam's COVID-19 cases have shown a rapid rise in the past couple of days as the state recorded 52 fresh COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. With the detection of these fresh 52 cases, Assam's active cases tally has risen to 347. As per media reports, these fresh cases have been detected after conducting 14,236 tests. New COVID cases comes from Kamrup Metro, Udalguri, Nagaon, Sontipur and Tinsukia. On the other hand, one more COVID-19 death has been registered in Assam. COVID-19 fatalities in Assam have surged to 1,102 as the total caseload has reached 2,18,058. Meanwhile, recoveries have touched 2,15,262 mark. The COVID-19 recovery rate in Assam stands at 98.72%. Petrol and diesel prices have slashed for the first time in 2021 after a sharp fall in global crude oil prices. State-run oil marketing companies OMCs today cut petrol and diesel prices by 18 paise and 17 paise respectively. Media reports say that OMCs may slash rates soon in the wake of a sharp drop in global crude oil prices amid rising COVID-19 cases and reimposition of lockdowns in some countries. After today's cut, a litre of petrol in Delhi costs Rs 90.99, down from Rs 91.17. Petrol rates have also dropped in other major cities, including Kolkata, from yesterday. While today's drop may not provide sufficient relief to citizens, the fact that OMCs reduced rates after falling global oil prices is a positive development. This is an indication that if global oil prices fall further, OMCs are likely to pass on the benefit to consumers. The Congress today targeted the Nitish Kumar government in Bihar after opposition lawmakers were dragged out of the assembly following chaotic scenes over the Bihar Armed Police Bill. The presiding officer in Bihar was reportedly forced to call the police after opposition MLAs had garrotted him in his chamber and created a ruckus yesterday. Former Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi, in a tweet, said that the shameful episode now proved that the Chief Minister was completely in the grip of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. The opposition is also likely to raise the issue in Parliament as Rashtriya Janata Dal leader and Rajya Sabha member Manoj Jha has said he will give a notice, a media report said. Let's take a look at the sports news. The 23rd Annual Sports Meet 2021 for BB Pole Development Home kicked off today at the home campus in Monsangai. The home shelters persons with intellectual disabilities. Apart from providing functional academics, the inmates of the home have garnered national medals in co-curricular like yoga, sports, music and dance. The two-day sports meet is sponsored by Nishikant Sapam, the owner of Shanghai Express Daily. Speaking at the event, Nishikant batted for well-being of mentally challenged people. He urged the concerned authority to look into the shortage of infrastructure in the home.
Mentally challenged है mentally challenged है मोई जो येंग मोई पूरा face full of innocence अदिगी मोई मसक्ता हराव happiness I mean हाइदी mentally challenged ओइजरसु अदो मोई सही तौरीबा yoga exceptional standard की yoga ने अखोइना मोई लेबा चांग द काय तना लेबा talent for example होजी आंगांग सिंजे yoga हिबा अदिगी माय काय नुमा talent अमदि लेमगनी अदो अखोइना nurture तौरगा mating panga o masana moi masabu support toba ngamjadi adu nothing like it aduna atai area da su akoina ngamdaba kangmu so dum support togodamni sidi samaj ama oina akoi collectively work togodamni adu wherever possible adu mating panga aigi wada nate mayam government na su khaya miyeng changbi phai.
Nacho Educational, Social and Development Youth Athletic Club (NESDYA) yesterday organized a reception program for silver medalists of the 11th Men's Junior Masters Divyang National Bodybuilding Championship 2021 held at Punjab from March 20 to 21. The function was held at the office premises of NESDYA in Bishnupur district, wherein Lashram Roshan and Mohammad Shahabaj Shah were fettered. Lashram Roshan bagged silver at the 60 kg category, while Mohammad Shahabaj Shah won a silver medal under 65 kg category at the championship. Nacho Zilla Parishad member T.H. Dilip, Moirang College retired principal, and Deba, First Class National Judge IBBF, and United Gym Manipur Chief Coach S. Druba, among others, were present at the program.
Inakta laaga ay sato ay napanjawa haysi ojamo ay naisu sauthok sei ay siam numai jei masi dumukta lekai sida nei diba tukuni muku arang tuba pusil segba marin leiba anang sing putopi diba lekai sibu thagat pungukshari.
Let's take a look at some of the local newspaper headlines. The People's Chronicle. COVID trend picks up in state with 13 new cases. NIA files charge sheet against 2 leaders, their associates. Congress MLAs to meet President today. Chief Minister stresses public's role in protecting ecosystem. KSO calls 48-hour shutdown over AKT issue. The Shanghai Express, NSCN-IM cautions against repeating past mistakes. Striking off AKT from ST list, KSO calls 48 hours total shutdown. 13 positive to touch 2-digit mark this month. 8th anniversary of Manipur High Court observed. Committed to justice delivery system, says Chief Minister. Imphal Free Press. Water crisis looms large over Imphal Valley as Singda Dam water level falls to alarming stage. Lumding Waste to Energy plant inaugurated. Chief Minister reviews situation. Before we end the bulletin, the news headlines once again. NIA files charge sheet against 2 separatist leaders from Manipur. $47,262 new cases take India's COVID-19 tally past 11.7 million. And Myanmar's junta frees hundreds of prisoners, silent strike in Yangon. That is the end of the bulletin for the news today at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching.